All right, welcome. My name is Gediminas, and our topic for today is quite spicy one: how to earn your first million in network marketing. So recently we had the GoPro conference with our mentor Eric Worre, and during that conference he shared how he earned his first million because he's earned several million in network marketing. And some of you maybe seen this topic and thought, oh, wow, Gediminas is going to share with me how I can become a millionaire tomorrow, right? Well, not really. It's going to take some time. However, you can definitely become a millionaire in network marketing. You can definitely make your first million in network marketing if you apply some steps. So if you're ready, let's go ahead. So the question is very simple. Could you improve 0.3% per day? Imagine if you wanted to get better, but you only got better just 0.3%. That's a third of 1%. So imagine if we talk about business, maybe you send 5 messages more today, and that's already 0.3%. Maybe you attend the Zoom, and that's 0.3. It's a very tiny improvement, but it is an improvement nevertheless. Now, 0.3% might not look like a lot to you, but over 1 year, you become 100% better because 0.3 times 300 or so days in a year, that's 100%. That means in a year from now, you could be twice as good as you are now. You could be braver, you could be more competent, you could be better at social media, you could be better at prospecting and different things. You could improve 100%. You could double yourself in a year if you only improved 0.3%. And let's imagine that you earn just about €5 or $5 or £5 an hour. Not a lot of money, right? Not enough to retire. You're not a millionaire yet, right? But it's a start. Now imagine for the next year, in year two, you continue to improve 0.3 per day. But now, by the end of that year, you are 200% better than you were 2 years ago because you're now improving on the 100% you already improved. You get where I'm going with this? So now maybe you're earning €10 an hour instead of €5. Still not a lot of money, but you're progressing, right? Year three, you carry on improving 0.3% a day. And now you're 400% better than you were 3 years ago because you're now improving 100% on the last year's version of you, which was already improved 200%. And now you're earning €20 an hour. Year three, you are 800% better than you were 4 years ago. Year five, you 16 times better than you were 5 years ago. Year six, you 32 times better than you were 6 years ago. Year seven, 64, and year eight, you are 128 times better than you were a year before. And when our mentor, Eric Worre, shared his story, in year seven, he made $980,000 in his network marketing business, almost $1 million, right? Because 520 an hour is about $1 million a year. Now, looking at this, you may say, oh my gosh, Gediminas, 8 years is a lot of time. 8 years is a long period, right? I agree. Most people want to become rich overnight. They want to get rich quick. And that's why they stay broke for the rest of their life, because they're trying to get rich quick without realizing it, that they could have become rich. They could have become millionaires in 8 years. But 8 years is a long time. I'd rather get rich quick. Therefore, I will never get rich. That's what most people do. You see, each and every one of us can earn this type of money if we only stayed focused for this long amount of time. You see, competence grows confidence. And like our mentor Eric Worre says, it's better to be good than lucky, which means become good at what you do instead of hoping that you will get lucky and win a lottery one day or something like that. That's why if you want to make your first million in network marketing, you need to become a professional. How do you become professional? By learning the skills. Skill number one is finding prospects, finding potential customers and potential business partners. Skill number two is inviting those people. How do you invite them to take a look at your business? How do you invite them to take a look at your product? Skill number three is presenting. How do you present the business? How do you explain them about the product or the business? Skill number four is follow up and answering objections. Once you send the information to somebody about your product or your business, how many times do you follow up with them afterwards? None? One, two, three? The pros will do it until. And how good are you at answering objections? If somebody says, oh, that's a pyramid. Oh, you're going to be making money off me. Oh, I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't know enough people. Do you know how to answer those objections? Skill number five is closing, getting the person to make a decision. The last 100 people you spoke to, how many of them you got to a decision where you actually got a decision from them? And how many of them you just left hanging? Skill number six is getting started. That means getting new people started. Once you register somebody, how good are you at getting that person started? At teaching that person how to start in a business? Or do you just register and leave them? Register and leave them. Number seven, promoting events. How good are you at bringing people to online events and live events? Do you have strategy for inviting people to events? Do you have a goal how many people you want to see at events? Because the most network marketers who make the most money, they are incredible at promoting events. And finally, skill number eight is marketing. You know, now with social media, with all the lives and videos and reels and stories and posts, how good are you at writing posts and making videos, at doing lives, at doing stories, at marketing your business and your product? If you want to seriously become a professional in network marketing, you need to rate yourself. How do you rate yourself from 1 to 10 on each of those skills? How good are you at finding prospects from 1 to 10? Do you have plenty, a constant stream of people? Or do you always say, I don't know where to find people? How good are you at inviting people? If you send 50 messages, how many people out of those 50 say, yeah, I will look. Yeah, I will take a look. How good are you at presenting or showing a tool to people? How good are you at following up and answering objections, at closing, at getting new people started, at promoting events, at marketing? Where are you at from 1 to 10? Are you 1, terrible, or are you 10, you're a pro, like you could do this with your eyes closed? That's how you improve your 0.3%. It may have looked, oh, but it's so abstract. It's not abstract anymore. This is how you improve 0.3% a day. When you identify, okay, I suck at this skill. I'm not good at starting new people. I'm not good at finding people. I'm not good at that. You know, I'm only 2 or I'm only 3. Great. Start improving 0.3% a day. And within 8 years, you'll be a millionaire because you will master all of those skills and you will be a pro. Now, granted, it may take much less than 8 years, right? If you're serious. But guess what? This can be your path. This can be your track to run on, where you now know how to actually get the result. You see, in 8 years, you'll be 8 years old anyway. Some of you may look at that first slide and say, oh my gosh, 8 years, Gediminas, come on. But guess what? 8 years are going to go by anyway. 8 years from now, you're going to be 8 years from now. The question is, where are you going to be in 8 years from now? In 8 years from now, you could be a millionaire. Or in 8 years from now, you could be still same place where you are today. And you know what? Most people 8 years from now will be same place where they are today. Why? Because 8 years is too long, Gediminas. I can't be working hard and focusing for 8 years. I want to get rich quicker. And most people stay broke all their life trying to get rich quick. While those who focus and say, I'll just work hard for 8 years, become millionaires. And we have example after example after example after example in network marketing. People becoming rich, people becoming millionaires and making multiple millions. Because you see, most people want to get lucky. There's a statistic that shows that more people gambled in 2024 than saved money or invested money. Because they want to get lucky. Oh, I'll just buy a lotto ticket. Maybe I'll win the lottery. Maybe I'll get lucky, right? Screw working hard. Sod being consistent every day. I'll rather hope to get lucky. Maybe I'll get lucky. That's crazy. That's a crazy plan. So if you want to improve 0.3% a day, you want to start learning faster. So first way of learning is studying. Read books, watch videos like this, watch Zooms like this, go to conferences, go to trainings, right? Get the information and learn, right? If you don't know something, that's not an excuse. If you don't know, figure it out. Find the information. You're not living in a stone age anymore. You don't need to go to a library and open up an Encyclopedia Britannica, right? It's all available now, right? Online, videos on YouTube, books, trainings, everything, right? You just, hey, learn it, right? Study it. Number 2, observation. Watch what successful people do. If somebody is making money in network marketing, watch what they do and do the same. If you do what successful people do, you're going to get similar results. Number 3, coaches and mentors. That's what our mentor, Eric Worre, calls a time machine. Because think about it. If somebody has 10, 20, 30 years experience doing something, and now they teach you, you can become 30 years smarter, but it's not going to take you 30 years. Maybe it will take you a week, a month, 6 months, right? Depending on how quickly you learn. But that's like a time machine. Number 4 is taking action. You can't learn just by reading books or listening to somebody. You need to go and apply what you've learned, right? And our mentor, Rick Warrior, uses this system: plan, do, review. You plan what you're going to do, you do that, and then you review at the end of it and say, okay, what can I improve? How can I plan better, do better, again review, then again plan better. That's a cycle of constant and never-ending improvement. But most people don't plan, they don't really do, and they definitely don't review. And that's why they keep repeating the same mistakes year after year after year. Those are the people who say, oh, I've got 10 years experience, when reality is they have 1 year's experience repeated 10 times, because they do the same thing over and over. They live the same year 75 times and call it a life. That's not very clever. And then finally, teaching other people what you've learned. Because when you have to teach somebody, you have to understand better. When you have to teach somebody, you have to verbalize it, right? And that's what I'm doing here. Look, I've attended a conference, I've took notes, and now I'm passing that information on to you. But in order for me to pass it on to you, I have to understand it better. I have to learn it better. So that's why I will absorb more of this information by teaching you, right? And by teaching, again, by teaching your team members, your customers, etc., you can get better results. And at this conference, our mentor, Eric Worre, asked the question, how many lost days have you had in 2024? And a lost day is basically where you can't put your hand on heart and say, oh yes, I worked really hard in my network marketing business. Like, it wasn't a lost day in your life. Maybe you spent it with your kids or doing something else. That's totally cool. But in business, it was lost. Like, you can't honestly say, oh yes, I worked hard. And people who were like earning about 100,000 a year stood up and started saying, well, I've lost 100 days. I've lost 70. I lost 50. But then when it came to people who make $1 million a year, the number started reducing. They started saying, I lost 30. Maybe I lost 20. One of the leaders says, I lost 10. And then when he actually got on stage, he says, well, my friend told me to say 10, because actually I haven't lost a single day in 2024. All 365 days, he worked focused on this business. You know how much money he made last year? $6.5 million in network marketing. And that's only his 4th year in business. So he made the million much quicker than 8 years, right? Why? Because he's serious about what he's doing. He's professional at what he's doing. He's not trying to get lucky, what most people do in this business. So are you gambling with your future, or are you willing to take control of it? Are you still trying to get lucky, or are you ready to actually start taking control of your life and your business and become professional? You know, the first thing that affects us is our programming, the way we were brought up, the things that our parents told us, our teachers told us, our friends told us, social media, news, and all of that. That's all the old programming in our head. Then is our attitude. You know, the way we think. What we think most of the time becomes our reality. But when you start working on your thinking, then you get better at activity. And what you do also impacts your results clearly, right? And then your activity will determine your results. And then when you get enough results, you got a lifestyle. You became that millionaire. But it all starts from here. Because if you have the wrong attitude, no matter how much action you do, you still don't get the results because you have those cockroaches in your head. You know, you've got those limiting beliefs. So first we need to work on our attitude, then we need to work on our activity, and finally we get the results. Now, the more you do, the easier it becomes and less scared you are. Like right now, maybe speaking to strangers or doing a video might sound scary to you. But the more you do it, the better you become. And the beautiful part of it is that now you know the recipe to success. Improve 0.3% a day. So I might do the first video and my first video sucks. Like it's horrible. It's rubbish. No problem, because now I know the recipe for success. Tomorrow I'll do another video and I will improve it 0.3%. And the day after, I'll do another video and I'll improve it 0.3%. But guess what? In 1 year, my videos will be 100% better. In 2 years, 200%. In 3 years, 400%. You get where I'm going with this, right? Like I can now take any skill, even if I'm rubbish at it, and I can just focus on improving 0.3%. I'm no longer stressed. I'm no longer overwhelmed because I want to do everything in a day, because my to-do list is 10,000 miles long. Now I know the secret. All I have to do is just focus on getting 0.3% better every day, right? Do it imperfectly. Do it messily. Do it whichever way you can. It doesn't matter because you know you're improving every single day. Be willing to get embarrassed. Be willing to mess up and make mistakes. It's okay because you're improving 0.3% every day. And create your long-term vision for 8 years. You see, when you have an 8-year vision, very few things can stop you. Because now if you get criticized on social media, if you fail at something, if you mess up with something, if you make a mistake or you don't get a result that you wanted, it's okay. Because you have an 8-year vision. You know that in 8 years from now, you'll be a millionaire. You just need to keep being consistent. And that's a secret, guys. Each and every one of you can become a millionaire. And you may say, hey, Gediminas, wait a second. You've been in business for 14 years and you're not a millionaire yet, so it doesn't work. Well, it does. I didn't work. I can't put my hand on heart and say, you know what? For the whole of 14 years, I was focused and worked and improved 0.3% every day. My first 8 years or so, I used to have hundreds of lost days a year. But if you can start right now, and if I start right now and I be consistent every single day, guess what? In 8 years, I can make $1 million. So each and every one of us can do this, and it definitely works. But how many people you know in network marketing who are working every single day in their business like properly, honestly? I know a couple in our company, and they made $1 million. I know other people in this industry who are super focused, super hardworking, and those people made the million. You see, the formula works. It's just most people don't work. Most people want to do what? Get rich quick. Want to be millionaires in 2 weeks. And when that doesn't happen, they say, network marketing doesn't work. This product doesn't sell. It's too hard. Whatever. Okay, go back to your job and do that for the rest of your life. And hope that you will get lucky. Hope that you will win a lottery. I would not like to put my life to luck. I would not like to put my life to hope. I want to make sure that it happens. I want to control. And this method, even though it takes a while, it works. It's proven to work. But you have to make that decision. One, to stay consistent every day, to do the work every single day. Number two, to stay consistent for the next 8 years. That's not easy. Because so easy not to be consistent, so easy to get distracted because the new TV show came on, because something else happens, because you're going on holiday, because it's Christmas, because it's summer, because it's this, that, or the other. The most successful people, they stay consistent no matter what. No matter what day it is, no matter what time of the year it is. And that's why they often get to their million much quicker than 8 years. But most people have never been consistent for 1 year in the business, let alone 8 years. And that's why they never get the result. All right, guys. So that's our training for today.